Hey everyone, it's Ania Content. I'm here with the one-time Aramis. Welcome back. It's been a minute since any of us seen you. We've seen you watching shows, eating food.
New York, when I don't think I believe again is what it is to be off the beat. I'm a
Said that about you.
a lot of people think that it's Errol Spence. He calls himself the truth. But if you were raised like I was raised in a biblical household, you know that there's a lot of false prophets.
What do you think when he said that about you?
There's a lot of false prophets, baby. Hey, I'm a true seeker, baby. I seek out the truth.
You don't treat that truth, man. As soon as I won that title, you got injured. You got injured. As soon as I won the title, you got injured.
Like I don't want more money in my bank account. Like I don't want more money in my bank account.
You ain't gonna get it. You gonna get injured again.
See, he must got some voodoo. He paid some juju. He got some bad juju throwing my way. See, I'm gonna have to go get the Holy Cross after this right now.
That was a fun. That could be the fight you get the most right now.
It's a big fight. Errol Spence is an undefeated champion. I'm an undefeated champion. I really enjoy defeating Danny Garcia as an undefeated champion. We are young, we are still hungry, and these are great fights to be made. To be 100% honest, the day that I turned pro, I just lost to Demetrius Andrade. And I say it's the day I turned pro because I knew that was my last amateur fight, and I wasn't going to take no amateur fight. I was only looking to turn professional after that loss. And I told myself, you are the #2 fighter in America. Worst case scenario, you work your way up as a pro. You go to fight the #1 guy, and one day you find out that, let's say you lose again, because that was the day I lost. So I was a little depressed, a little morbid thoughts going through my head. I'm to the big league.
You know what? I'm throwing out.
Cesar Lopez is going to be happy to have a shot at a world title. And
Errol, when you put Mikey Garcia's resume in perspective, would you say he's the best opponent you face? Or that you're gonna face? Yeah. Okay. What'd he say? This is hefty. I don't think so. Oh, I could be. Yeah. It's home. Errol, Thurman's picking you to win by knockout. What are your thoughts on that? Hey, man, he's saying he's getting back here this year. Thurman's picking you to win by knockout, by the way. I don't know. You heard that? Yeah, we had a press conference. What are your thoughts on that? Pretty confident in you. That's good. I mean, you know I can fight. Thurman, though. Errol, your reaction to Bob Arum reaction to Danny Garcia, $3 million to fight Terence Crawford. You think that's legit or he just creating hype? You think that's hype? That's legit. Is that enough? But who he talked to though? Cause he said Angel. He don't know people out. He said Angel. I don't know how to get in touch with man, dude be saying different stuff. He said I don't think he be saying different stuff. Like sometimes he say I don't think Alex is. Then he'll say, you remember I confronted him at the time, like, you say Al don't exist. And he was like, oh, Al exists. So he should be saying, you got Terence Crawford? You got Terence Crawford now? You guys been chopping it up? I respect him, though. Is that a good, credible fight for Terence Crawford? He takes that Danny Garcia fight down the road. I got Terence Crawford. A lot of people don't get Danny in the fight. Danny got a great resume. Danny did a lot of good stuff. A lot of people give him the fight. I don't know why. Because I guess...
They're Alabama. They're proven otherwise. They're the most dominant college football program.
We're all going to run out of things to say about how good they are.
If you had to pick a turning point this season for this group in terms of its growth, identity, maturity, what comes to mind?
Well, I think the last game. Doesn't sound like much of a turning point, but to be behind by 14 points against a really, really good team, be able to find a way to win when, you know, we weren't really clicking on all cylinders, you know, either side of the ball. The complete reversal at the quarterback position, it goes to show how players support each other. The support that, you know, Jalen gave Tua gave Jalen, Jalen responding like he did in the game. I think, you know,
at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with the Indianapolis Colts. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Foles. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes.
A lot of times people want to recreate the past, especially when the past has been successful. When the Colts were good, they flew on defense. And Kemoko Turay out of Rutgers, he can do exactly that when he rushes the passer.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
"12 yards on the return that time. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Look, and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll start with Hunt on the ground, and he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run long here.
What do you think, 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
That's good for an Indianapolis 1st down on a gain of 10. Now after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Love. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines, his second touchdown on the season. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
One. Check. Tiger.
Here's Foles. Looking deep for Hilton. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Look, and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at the 34. After the interception, it's Love. Flush to his right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Brandon Graham in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Out of the gun, Love. Dancing to his left. Looking for Shepard deep. He's got a man. Complete. A gain of 39 that time.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
To throw is Love. Being chased out left. Now he's going to let it go. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Nyheim Hines with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Colts add on to their lead. So that'll back him up 5. Vinatieri now for the point after. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And that'll make the score 14-0. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. A first update now out of Jacksonville. And it's the Titans who are off to the early lead in that ball game. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Here's a handoff to Ajayi to begin the drive. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game. Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
And he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. On 1st and 10, Locke. And this is Shepard on the catch. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On 2nd down, here's Locke. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. They give him a gain of 37.
As far as I'm concerned, Andrew Luck can do it all. I mean, he's an underrated runner, toughness in the pocket, strong and stout. But let's face it, the money, that comes from his arm.
And smart, valedictorian of his high school class in Houston, then he goes to Stanford. He's got it all. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. And he's got it up and through. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. They'll begin the drive with Ajayi. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll set up to throw. Flushed out right. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a 1st down. Now back to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Now, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but, boy, he's playing really well.
And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball. Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction. Off of play action, Luck. Now he's forced out right. To Shepard, complete over the middle. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now. And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. We see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we? And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Yeah, he's just short. He got 6 of the 7 he needed, so that leaves a decision here on 4th and a yard. They'll run for it. This is Mack. And the surge is going to be too much defensively. He's hit and taken down to the backfield. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Eagles defense able to hold. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable. Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch. Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Ertz has it left side. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause. They'll look to throw. Just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line. I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Colts add on to their lead. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.